Gachagua is someone who is very, very dangerous, not only for the people of the mountain, but for Kenya as a whole. Gachagua is very dangerous because Gachagua is someone, and for those people who have observed him very, very carefully, you will agree with me that Gachagua is someone who is not good for this country and even not good for the people of the mountain. I know most of you will not agree with me. In fact, some of you, like my friend Eliud Ngige, will come here and tell me, no, you are wrong, sir, but it is okay. I'll just tell you why I feel that Gachagua is not the right person, like he's not a good person, and he's someone who, whoever is following him, you have to be very, very careful about Gachagua because of the way he operates. But before I go into the details, if you're coming here for the first time, I know some of you are watching me for the first time. I'd like you to take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do so, na kama kawaida, I will be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and for the return subscribers, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now back to my video. I am saying, and I'm saying this again, that Gachagua is someone who is very dangerous for this country and even for the people of the mountain. That you people who are following and people who love Gachagua, you need to sit down and really analyze this man critically. Otherwise, you don't have to follow someone blindly, because following Gachagua blindly, Gachagua will land you people in a ditch. Because I have observed Gachagua and I've realized that Gachagua has no any other interest in this country rather than be vengeful. He's someone who is very vengeful. And another thing, Gachagua is someone who he wants to galvanize people, especially people of the mountain, for his own personal interest. Gachagua has no interest of the community. And this one, you can learn it, you can get this from how he speaks. Listen to any time Gachagua speaks. Gachagua speaks because he speaks nothing else than how his people have been isolated and how they need to take charge. How the people of the mountain have been isolated and how the people of the mountain need to take charge. Gachagua has never said anything about the interests of other community, as long as that community, unless that community is associating with him in one way or the other. You have seen how he has kept on praising Kalonzo and how he has been saying and how he has talked about the people of the Kamba people, simply because Kalonzo is working with him and he sees Kalonzo as a benefit. He sees Kalonzo as something that he will benefit. If Kalonzo was not associated with him in any shape or form, you can see how Gachagua would have trashed him. And you can see how Gachagua trashes other community that have refused to associate with him. But I want to explain to you why I'm saying all this. I want us to observe Gachagua very, very carefully. How Gachagua got to where he was. Gachagua was the PA to Uhuru Kenyatta. Most of us didn't know. We only came to know of this later. But look at Gachagua before he was the PA. Look at Gachagua when Gachagua was the DO. And the things Gachagua did to the people back then. And the history of Gachagua. The history of Gachagua is not rosy in any shape or form. If you go back to the history of Gachagua, there is nothing good to talk about him. There is nothing good to talk about him. Now coming forward, Gachagua was the PA of Uhuru Kenyatta. Then apparently along the way they disagreed with Uhuru Kenyatta. Then Gachagua, what did Gachagua do? Gachagua went and ran for the seat for Madeira, which he won that seat under Jubilee. But when he won that seat, what did Gachagua do? Gachagua decided that now he was going to support he was going to go against the person who he was the PA to. That was Uhuru Kenyatta. And he vigorously campaigned for William Ruto and supported William Ruto. That should tell you one thing, that the disagreement between Uhuru Kenyatta and Gachagua was personal. And Gachagua felt like for him to show his anger and to bring out his frustrations, he went and supported someone who was against President Uhuru Kenyatta at that time, and that was William Ruto. And you can see how he supported William Ruto na roho yake yote. He went outside there, even used his resources to do that. Tell us one thing that Gachagua did in Madira when he was a member of parliament for 5 years. There is no track record there. There is nothing to show that Gachagua did there. There is nothing you can point fingers and say that Gachagua did for those 5 years. People are not talking about those 5 years because there is nothing to show. Let us be practical here. Then Gachagua, once he made sure that sorry guys. Once Uhuru lost with Raila Odinga, because you could see even how he used to talk about Raila Odinga, he said that Raila Odinga is someone who is unaccepted and he will never be accepted by the people of the mountain. Gachagua never loved Raila and what Uhuru brought to him, to the mountain. He never breathed. And you could see how he used to attack Uhuru Kenyatta and the Kenyatta's family when he was campaigning for William Ruto. When they won, look at how Gachagua, when I say Gachagua is a very vengeful man, you people take it from me. When they won, remember when they won and they were being swearing in, when the swearing in of of William Ruto and Gachagua, you could see that despite the differences that Ruto had with Uhuru Kenyatta, he swallowed it in, and during his speech, he gave a very elaborate speech and even applauded Uhuru Kenyatta for the things he had done good and where the project is going to take over from Uhuru Kenyatta. But when Gachagua rose to speak, you remember how Gachagua spoke. Gachagua spoke in a way that was very condescending for the president who was then. In front of the world, in front of other presidents, he literally addressed Uhuru Kenyatta. And that should tell you something about Gachagua. Gachagua is somebody who is very, very vengeful. And is somebody who, if he becomes the president, trust you me, whatever you are seeing of William Ruto, you will see 10 times of that. This is a man who doesn't know how to forgive. This is a man who doesn't know when to fight and when not to fight. Because at that moment, that is the moment whereby you swallow everything. And then you show the world that you are a peacemaker. And then later deal with these people. But you can see how William Ruto started dealing with these people, with the people who are opposing him later. So, Gachagua came for Uhuru Kenyatta. And he did not stop there. He went for Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. You remember how he used to, when there was Mandamano, his real intention, and he said that my intentions and my work is simply to come here and to deal with Raila Odinga and to make sure that he's out of this earth completely. He even threatened that he's going to take Raila's life. And if Raila is not going to go to Bondo, then he's going to send him to Nini. These were threats. And he said how he wakes up very early in the morning to go to his office so that he can know how to deal with Raila Odinga. Then he did not stop there. He went to the Kenyatta's family. And he started attacking the Kenyatta's family. He went even to Mama Ngina, a woman who literally doesn't speak. She doesn't speak at all. She keeps on minding her own business. A woman who didn't speak during Moi's time, didn't speak during Kibaki's time, didn't speak during his son's time. He kept quiet. He kept his peace. But Gachagua went for him, went for her, went for everything. Even his own son, Uhuru's son, walikuwa wanataka kumnyang'anya, kumdisarm and all this man of things. Simply because of what? Because I believe there's a personal difference that Uhuru Kenyatta and Gachagua had when Gachagua was his personal PA. And all those things went. Now, let us come back and to see when William Ruto now removed him from the seat. Look at how now he has turned all guns blazing on William Ruto. It is now William Ruto. William Ruto is now his biggest enemy. And you can see how he talks anytime William Ruto is mentioned. Because for him, Gachagua understands one thing, that you need to hate whoever, you need to fight whoever you have disagreed with, no matter what. And you can see that even his personal difference with Uhuru Kenyatta has not ended. You can see how he has started sending subliminals through Matiang'i and calling Matiang'i all these man of names. So I'm telling the people of the mountain, just sit Gachagua down carefully and ask Gachagua, what plans do you have for the people of the mountain? Gachagua doesn't have any other plan besides using the whole community for his own, to settle his own personal cause. With Uhuru Kenyatta, with William Ruto, and whoever he feels like his enemy. Gachagua is someone who is very, very vengeful. The sooner you people learn, the better for you. Otherwise, Gachagua will be leading you in a ditch. Gachagua will be leading the people of the mountain in a ditch. And you people will be following him blindly. Because I will tell you for a fact, that Gachagua is not going to take you anywhere besides making sure that he gets numbers for his own personal interest. Or he gets numbers so that he can punish that person that he doesn't love. Or the person he doesn't like. Tell me anywhere Gachagua has been forgiving. Or anywhere Gachagua has forgiven someone. Show me. Right from the time when he was the DO. And how you dealt with people back then. Tell me where Gachagua said, okay, you have wronged me, I have forgiven you, let us move on in peace. We have seen Ruto do that. We have seen Uhuru do that. We have seen Raila do that on several occasions. But tell me where Gachagua has swallowed everything and said, okay, you have wronged me, let us shake hands, ama let us make peace, kila kitu isonge mbele. No. And that's why you see Gachagua is very, very concerned. He doesn't want anybody to get into Mount Kenya. Because for him, Mount Kenya is like is God-given. Ni kama umepatiwa ile, the Goliath stone. Is a stone that he's going to use so that he's going to hit the person that he doesn't love. Or the person that has wronged him. For him, it's personal. Gachagua doesn't understand that in politics, there's so many dynamics. And you should never hold grudges in politics. Because you might never know who you will end up working with. Gachagua doesn't understand that aspect. William Ruto, Raila Odinga has been wronged so many times. But he forgave. Ruto has been wronged. But he has forgiven. Even as much as he has dealt with other people who wronged him. But there are things na zikura zingine anaona now hapa, I need to forgive. I don't need to hold this grudge because this person is beneficial to me. So, the people of the mountain and Kenyans as a whole, I know you people are singing one term, and I'm also team one term. And I'm not one term because Gachagua ako one term. No. I'm just one term because I feel like William Ruto has failed the country. And under no any circumstances am I going to go to the ballot to vote for him. But I'm not going to go to the ballot because Gachagua ameniambia niende nipigie. I should go vote against William Ruto. No. Because even Gachagua himself, if he's going to be on that ballot, trust you me, I cannot vote for that man. Because Gachagua has never shown Kenyans, surely, that he truly loves Kenya as a country. Gachagua loves his community, and he doesn't only love his community for anything else that he wants to see his community thrive. No, he loves his community because he feels like his community is a tool for him to deal with people who have wronged him. That's all. Gachagua has no interest, even if Kikuyu will suffer or anything. He has no interest. And I know most of you from Mount Kenya, you are loving him, you are saying Gachagua everything. But remember, Gachagua is only using you people for his own personal interest. You will not accept. But the truth of the matter is that Gachagua has no tangible plan of this country. Because you cannot proclaim that you cannot love Kikuyus without loving the rest of the country. Because Kikuyus exist, they don't exist in seclusion. They exist by even their businesses are successful not because of them alone. Their businesses are successful because they do business with other communities. So you need to embrace every other community as a whole. So when you keep on saying that everything should be about your community, then you are missing the point completely. He's the only politician that preaches tribal politics openly, that shows that this is about us. Yes, William Ruto is very tribal, but he doesn't come out and shout it openly. He does it chini ya maji. Raila also does the same. Anafanya chini ya maji, but in the face. But look at Gachagua. Gachagua shows it openly. For him, it's about Mimi, I need to have my people. I need to do this for the interest of my people. Assume that person, because even when he talks about government position, he always talks about our community has not been given the space that it deserves. Despite the fact that we have so many Kikuyus in Ruto's government, he keeps on saying those are not enough. And why is it not enough? It is because those people that have been those Kikuyus that are there are not serving his own personal interest. We have so many Kikuyus in the government, but he keeps on saying the Kikuyus have been isolated from the government. Why? Because for him, as long as these Kikuyus that are in this place are not serving his own personal interest, then you are not a Kikuyu for him, to him. You are a William Ruto psychopath. So, the people of the mountain, I know you will agree, you will disagree with me in the comment section. I know most of you will come for me. It is okay. But I'm saying, as much as I agree with Gachagua in terms of William Ruto has failed, we all agree that William Ruto has failed. And when it comes to the ballot, and in 2027 we need to send William Ruto home. But we also need to interrogate who is the person telling us that William Ruto has failed. And if he's given power, how will he deal with the people that, how will he deal with this country? Because we trusted, even William Ruto, we trusted him blindly. And look at where we have found ourselves. So, there is no time to trust anybody or to follow anybody blindly. We need to sit down and critically analyze the people who are telling us that, or the people who are trying to unseat William Ruto. Anyway, guys, share what you think in the comment section. But above it all, as I always say, remain respectful. Do not insult any leader. At any point, you have not heard me insult Gachagua or be personal. I've only mentioned politically what I feel about his style of politics, and if I think anything can come out of him and everything. So that is how we should go about it. Anyway, guys, thank you. Make sure you follow me.
The African Update.